These are the top 10 unbelievable phenomena that scientists still can't explain. Even in a world where science explains almost everything, there are still mysteries that defy logic. From eerie sounds echoing from the deep sea, to places on Earth where gravity itself seems to break the rules, these bizarre phenomena have left even the brightest scientists scratching their heads, insert this, but not whole. And I bet the last one will blow your mind. Top 10. The hum. Imagine a low, droning hum, following you wherever you go. In cities like Taos, New Mexico, and Bristol, England, thousands have reported hearing the hum, a mysterious, persistent sound with no identifiable source. Scientists have investigated everything from industrial noise to auditory hallucinations, but there's no consensus. Some people hear it, others don't. Could it be psychological, paranormal, or is Earth humming a tune we just don't understand? Top 9. Ball lightning. Glowing orbs drifting through windows, hovering in midair, and then vanishing with a sudden, silent pop. These are the strange and elusive phenomena known as ball lightning. Witnessed for centuries across cultures, these mysterious spheres have baffled scientists and laypeople alike. Reports span from rural villages to modern battlefields, even appearing to military pilots in mid-flight and astronauts in orbit. Despite its long history, ball lightning remains a scientific enigma. Some researchers believe it's a rare form of plasma, a product of unusual atmospheric conditions. Others suggest it could be the result of hallucinations, perhaps triggered by electromagnetic disturbances. But the mystery deepens when multiple people witness the same event simultaneously. If it were purely psychological, how could different observers describe the same glowing orb at the same time, in the same way? The question lingers, hovering like the phenomenon itself, silent, strange, and unsolved. Top 8. The placebo effect. A person takes a fake pill and still feels better. That's the placebo effect, and it's one of the most baffling phenomena in medicine. Clinical trials show that people can experience real healing simply because they believe they're being treated. Scientists know it works, but they still don't fully understand how. Is it brain chemistry, expectation, or does belief itself hold untapped power? Top 7. Dark flow. In the vastness of the universe, galaxy clusters are moving, but not the way they're supposed to. Scientists call this motion dark flow, a movement that defies the known laws of cosmology. Something is pulling on these galaxies from beyond the observable universe. What's out there? Another universe? A cosmic anomaly? Nobody knows. Top 6. The Voynich Manuscript. Discovered over a century ago, the Voynich Manuscript is one of the world's most baffling literary mysteries. A book filled with strange, looping script that no one has ever been able to read. Its pages are covered in bizarre illustrations, plants that don't exist, astronomical charts that defy known systems, and human figures engaged in puzzling rituals. Written in an unknown language or code, it has defied the efforts of cryptographers, historians, linguists, and even modern AI. Some believe it's a sophisticated hoax crafted to baffle and mislead. Others argue it could be a lost language, the last remnant of a forgotten civilization. And then there are those who wonder if its message might come from somewhere far beyond Earth. Whatever its origin, the Voynich Manuscript continues to resist explanation, a book that seems to exist just beyond the edge of understanding. Top 5. Placebo's evil twin, the Nocebo Effect. If belief can heal, can it also harm? The Nocebo Effect is when people suffer side effects from treatments that should do nothing, simply because they believe they'll get worse. It's proof that the mind can turn fear into real physical suffering. But how can belief override biology? Top 4. The wow signal. In 1977, a radio telescope at Ohio State University captured something extraordinary, a 72-second burst of radio waves from deep space that was unlike anything detected before. So striking was the signal that astronomer Jerry Eman, stunned by its intensity and clarity, circled the print out and scribbled one word in the margin: wow. And so, the wow signal entered the annals of space mystery. Its narrow frequency, pinpoint precision, and apparent artificiality led many to wonder, was this our first contact with extraterrestrial intelligence? Yet despite decades of searching the same region of space, the signal has never been observed again. No follow-up, no pattern, just one perfect transmission, then silence. Was it a cosmic fluke, a stray signal from a passing satellite? Or something far more profound that slipped through our fingers before we knew what we were hearing? Top 3. The Double Slit Experiment. In 1801, English physicist Thomas Young performed a simple yet groundbreaking experiment. He shined light through two closely spaced slits and projected it onto a screen. Instead of seeing two bright spots, he observed a pattern of light and dark bands, an interference pattern, proving that light behaves like a wave, with peaks and troughs that cancel or amplify each other. This was a major blow to Newton's particle theory of light, but things took a bizarre turn over a century later when scientists repeated Young's experiment using individual particles, like electrons or photons, fired one at a time. Remarkably, the interference pattern still formed, as if each particle was somehow interfering with itself. However, when detectors were placed at the slits to observe which path each particle took, the interference pattern vanished. The particles behaved like solid objects, not waves. Top 2. The gravity hills. At certain curious spots around the world, cars in neutral seem to roll uphill, water appears to flow the wrong way, and people feel like gravity itself is playing tricks on them. These places are called gravity hills, and they've baffled travelers, scientists, and skeptics for decades. Most experts chalk it up to optical illusions, a clever trick of the landscape where the surrounding terrain creates a false horizon, making a slight downhill slope look like an uphill climb. But not all gravity hills are easily explained. In some locations, compasses spin unpredictably, electronics glitch, and even precise instruments give inconsistent readings. Could it just be a perfect storm of visual deception and local quirks? Or is there something more? A distortion in Earth's magnetic field, a geological anomaly, or something we don't yet understand? On these strange hills, gravity doesn't seem broken, but it definitely feels like it's bending the rules. But wait, are you still there? You've made it this far, through strange signals, mysterious forces, and unexplainable phenomena. But now, it's time for the biggest mystery of all. No aliens, no illusions, no ancient texts, just you. What if the most mind-blowing mystery isn't out there in the universe, but inside your own head? Top 1. Consciousness. Consciousness is perhaps the deepest, most perplexing mystery we face. We can scan the brain, chart its neurons, map its activity down to the millisecond, and yet, none of it fully explains experience. Why does electrical activity in the brain come with the feeling of being alive, of being you? We know that consciousness allows us to reflect, to dream, to suffer, to love. It's the lens through which we experience reality. Yet science can't say for sure what it is, where it begins, or why it exists at all. Is it just a byproduct of complex computation in the brain? Or something more fundamental, a property of the universe, like space or time? Some theories suggest consciousness arises from information processing. Others argue it might be inseparable from the very fabric of reality. And some even question whether we're asking the right questions at all. We know we are conscious. That's the one thing we're absolutely sure of. But how? And why? Until we can answer that, we're staring at the edge of the unknown, trying to understand the very thing we use to understand everything else. From strange signals echoing across space, to glowing orbs that defy physics, to the mystery of our own minds. The universe is full of questions science still can't answer. Some of these phenomena have been witnessed for centuries. Others were discovered just decades ago, but all of them challenge the limits of what we think we know. And maybe that's the most exciting part. The unknown isn't something to fear, but something to explore. Every unanswered question pushes us closer to understanding who we are, where we came from, and what reality really is. So, which of these mysteries blew your mind the most? Was it ball lightning? Gravity hills? Consciousness itself? Let us know in the comments. And if you're curious for more mysteries science can't yet explain, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe, because the next great question might already be out there, waiting.